Hello, my dear students of class 10th. I, Anish Moses from US Academy and Institute Gorakhpur. Your English teacher will be starting a new poem, and the name of the poem is The Dust of Snow. And it is the first poem of your book from the first flight. So, we'll be starting this poem today. And this poem is written by Robert Frost. Robert Frost is an American poet, and he is a very nature loving poet. Also, mostly 99% of his poem we find out that he has written about nature or something related to the nature. So here it goes, this poem. And also this poem is written in the close lap of nature. Before starting this poem, let me make it very clear that you must have observed various type of ill omens that are prevailing in our society. For example, if a cat crosses a road, it is considered as a ill omen. Or if we find an owl sitting on a branch, or if we find a crow sitting, so it is taken as an ill omen. It is considered as very bad. But in this poem, these all bad things, these all bad omens, ill omens are considered as a good thing, and a mentality is being said that these type of things are nothing just an hype, and only people have made this type of things for their benefits or for their losses. So it is symbolizing in this poem also that a small incident happened with Robert Frost, and a drop of snow or some dust of snow. Over here, dust means it's not the dust which we broom up whole day, but it's a matter of snow. It's just a bundle of snow which falls on Robert Frost when he's standing under a hemlock tree. So some difficult words in this poem. I find three difficult words in this poem. In the second line, we find this word shook. Shook means to shake. Over here, the branch of tree was shaken. So this word comes. Hemlock. Hemlock tree. It's a type of a tree which is very poisonous. And in the last line, I find I had rude. Rude means completely destroyed, or half part which is destroyed and remaining half part. So that remaining part is taken over here. So the short summary in this poem is, first I'll be explaining the short story type summary, and after that line by line I'll be explaining. So in this poem the short summary is that one day Robert Frost was standing. It's a winter season, snowfall has just taken place. You can just imagine that it's a very beautiful scene in which all trees, all fields, all roads are covered with snow. And over there, Robert Frost is just standing under a tree, which is an hemlock tree. And snow is also on that hemlock tree. I can just show you in this. He is Robert Frost over here, and this type of tree which has been covered with snow, this type of tree is covered with snow, and under that only this person Robert Frost is standing. And this tree, as it is covered with snow, and after some time just a crow comes and sits on the tree. Due to that sitting of that crow on the tree, a dust of snow or some piles of snow, some collection of snow just falls on Robert Frost. And because Robert Frost, when he is standing under the tree, the mood of the poet is considered as sad. He is very sad at that time. But once this crow comes, it is not mentioned whether this crow is coming or sitting or just shaking up the tree. It's already sitting, but it can be considered that it is just coming and sitting, or it is just going to take off from the tree. So due to that movement of that crow, that branch of the tree gets shaken up, and due to that shaking of the tree, this snow falls on Robert Frost. And once this snow falls, because Robert Frost is standing under the tree, the snow falls on him, and that makes him think that if other people must have been there or must have observed, it must be considered as hemlock as an ill omen, and the crow also as an ill omen. But Robert Frost never take it as wrong, because due to this falling of that snow on him gives him a great energy, that the remaining part of the day can be considered in a very positive manner, can be taken as a very positive manner. So coming on to this poem lines, that The way a crow shooks down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Now, this poet is standing under the hemlock tree. The whole hemlock tree is covered with snow, and once that crow sits on that or just shakes that branch, some of the part of snow falls on Robert Frost. In the next paragraph, it says, has given my heart a change of mood. And due to this falling of snow, the mood of Robert Frost changed, because previously, when he was standing under this tree, he was sad. But as soon as Crow shooks the tree, snow falls, his mood gets changed and he stops thinking of that bad thing which had happened to him. But he also, his mood is changed. He is not now considering that past thing. Now he is just forgotten the past thing and what happened at the present. He is now taking to that some of the snow has fallen. That falling of snow totally changes his mood and saves some part of a day I rued. And also he's saying, because now his mood is changed, he have saved some part, because it may be an afternoon time, that from morning to afternoon he have ruined the day, he have spoiled the day, or it may be some bad thing which have happened to that poet. But now at the present time, because half part of the day is passed, and from now at the present time, considering it as an afternoon time, because the snow has fallen on Robert Frost, now his mood is changed, and now with that positivity he will spend the whole day. That is what it is said, of a day I had rued, means that the previous part of the day which he had rued, he will not think about that, and he will now positively, because his mood is changed, he is now taking this remaining part of the day in a positive manner. He will definitely not spoil the remaining part, and he will work for it, and he will definitely overcome what all flaws he have done, or he will overcome what all things which he had made bad, due to which his mood is upset now. So that is what it has been said in this very short and very small poem of just 8 lines. Actually, it is not 8 lines, it is only it's 2 line poem. As we can see that there is no full stop in all these previous 3 lines, and in the fourth line we are finding out that yes, there is a full stop, and same in the second paragraph also, previous 3 lines there is no full stop, and in the last there is a full stop. So it is an irony. In this we can consider that this poem is an irony also, because in this the crow was as it belonged to an ill omen, but it saved the poet day, because this, as I have already told you previously, that crow was taken as an ill omen, and now because it was taken as an ill omen, it would have spoiled the day. It would have, Robert Frost also would have taken that crow in a wrong sense, or Robert Frost would have considered that crow in a wrong form, thinking that ki no, it is a negative thing, or it is also an ill omen, definitely this will also moreover ruin my day, or it will moreover spoil my day. But no, Robert Frost never thought like that. He just took that thing also in a positive manner, and taking that thing in a positive manner, he, with a great energy or a positivity, he just started the remaining part of the in a happy and a very positive mood. So it has been considered as an irony, because that falling of a snow gives this poet a positivity, and due to that positivity, this poet starts the remaining part of the day. Now also one thing more, it has been seen in this poem, that this poet Robert Frost, because he is a very nature loving poet, same thing as I have told you previously, that in this poem also it is written close to the nature. Close to the nature means that it is just written over here, that he was in the snowfall, there was a hemlock tree, there was a dust, sorry, the snow was fallen over there. So these all things are just very close to the nature, as it has been seen that these all things are prevailing where Robert Frost is standing in the midst. So these all things we are finding out that Robert Frost is a nature loving poet, because in this part of the poem also we are finding that there is a hemlock tree and there is crow over there. So these all things are very natural in this Robert Frost poetry. Also, the moral of this poem, sorry, the moral of the poem, it can be taken as the negative thing or also giving the positivity, as the crow as these hemlock tree. These both you can see in the first paragraph, this crow and the hemlock tree. In the first paragraph, it is taken as a very negative thing because this hemlock tree is very poisonous tree. So because being as a poisonous tree, it is also being taken as a positive thing, as Robert Frost is not considering it wrong, but also Robert Frost is considering it in a very positive mood. Being considered is as a positive, being a negative thing, but then also he's considering as a positive. These all things are providing us a great positive attitude towards everything which which we are seeing. As we are seeing that, even as example, if I am giving you that if a cat crosses a road while we are walking, we are considering it as a wrong omen. But in case that cat also don't know that it was an ill omen, that cat might be going for some work, or that cat might be going for feeding their kids also. That cat herself don't know that it was an ill omen, because it's just a thinking of humanity, it's just a thinking of human beings, you know, this is wrong, we are considering it as an ill omen. But it must not be considered as an ill omen. We are seeing in this poem that every negative thing also have some positive outcome. Like for example, over here in this poem we are finding out that this poet is having some positive outcome, and this poem is bringing out some or the other positivity in this person Robert Frost, in this poet Robert Frost. So this was the very short summary of this poem, The Dust of Snow. And for the question answer, just stay tuned. Students, this is the question answer of this poem, The Dust of Snow. You can also take the screenshot, or you can just pause to this and you may note down all the question answers. Now, how you have to do the question answers in your copy, let me explain you once again. First, you have to put this poem name, then you have to write the narrator name. After that, you have to write this word meaning. As I've told you, there are 3 important word meanings in this poem, so you may definitely write to those. 2 are already given, 1 shook, you also have to add it in your copy. After writing these 3 word meanings, then you must directly come to these question answers which are given in this video. There are at least 3 questions, and these 3 questions you have to do in your copy. So these questions, after reading, you can find that these questions are very easy, and all these questions are taught for example, in this first question we are finding, in this first question it is written, what is a dust of snow? What does the poet say has changed his mood? How has the poet's mood changed? So what was the flake of snow that was fallen? But for how it was considered, how the mood changed, and what made the mood change. So these all things, what negativity to positivity Robert Frost traveled to, these all things you have to write in the question answers. Question number 2, question number 3, these all same questions which I have already taught. For example, in question number 2, how does Robert Frost present nature in this poem? Nature, how nature has been, what type of concentration was taken on this poem. So these all things you have to write. And also in this question number 3, have there been times when you feel depressed or hopeless? You have to give your own example. You have to also give your live experiences, that how you feel when you are depressed and how you overcome that. You must support that answer with an example. You have to also write some of the motivational thing that you went through, and you just have to over means how you overcame these all things. So you have to write these all things. Have you experienced a similar moment that has changed your mood of that day? So same thing as Robert Frost, earlier he was disappointed and later he grew to positivity. These all negative things changed his mood into positive ones. So these type of example may be there in your life. So everyone have some or the other type of an examples in their life. So what type of examples you can give, you have to also write. For example, you have to think that what all things made you to depress, and how you overcame that depression, how you came out in a positive manner. So these all things you have to write in these question answers. And these are very easy question answers, so I think so ki all the questions are very easy and you can do all these question answers. And after doing this question answer, you um, do comment on my video, or if there is any problem, you can ask me while commenting on the on this YouTube channel. And if there is something that which is not understood, you may also ask me at any time. I will definitely reply to your comments. And also one thing more, do share my channel so that no student is left debarred from education in this lockdown days. Previous some more chapters are already being taught by me. Ignition class video is equally important, because in that video it is told what all chapter you will be studying, what all books you have to buy for class 10. So these all things are very important, so do see my ignition video as well. And previous chapter which I have taught you, do see that videos also, so that no chapter is left for your class 10th boards. So again, with a humble heart, I may request you to stay at your home and to study well, and we will leave no stone unturned to get you educated even at your home. So stay safe, be happy, all the best.